So I got to say, this new season of Umbrella Academy is just as good as ever. I've been watching it since the start, and I'm curious what it was like for all of you, given how emotional this season really is for everybody. I guess we'll start with Emmy, then David, then Justin. What was it? What was your initial reactions to getting the scripts for this season?
I was really, really excited. I feel like we're seeing a new Allison, a side of Allison that we've never really seen before. You know, she's always one to kind of clean up the mess and keep herself very organized and very put together and not really let, you know, she holds all her cards really close to her chest. And I think, you know, given the trauma of having survived her time in the 60s and then leaving Ray to find out Claire doesn't exist, she's in an immense amount of pain and dealing with her trauma and not dealing with that in a great way. And so I was really excited to dive into all the layers and the nuance of kind of how her pain and trauma is like coming to the surface for her.
When I read the script.
Do you read the scripts?
No.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Okay, Sparrow Benny, Super Benny. So I thought the first thing was obviously the banter between the brothers was back, you know, between all of us. So I was really excited to kind of just explore the levity of Diego in this season, you know, how serious he gets and how he's already written so serious, but the zingers that come with Klaus and Five and Luther really allows a lot of comedy to come. And also like just exploring the journey of the healing between him and his father and finding that through Stan. And so for him to kind of break the cycle, this generational cycle of his father and how he can actually learn from that and pass the good stuff down to Stan. So that was exciting.
Yeah, I think for me, it was on a very superficial level, really exciting to
get buff.
What? No, to work again, especially during the height of the pandemic, and to see my family again in Toronto after almost a year and a half of not seeing them. And then, of course, to read the scripts. I mean, I was excited to be alive, first and foremost, and to see sort of this new version of Ben in a completely reimagined way was really exciting, and also a huge challenge, but a challenge that I was excited to undertake. And I really like that the season starts off with like all the families together. Usually our show often like breaks us up pretty early on, but it was so nice to see everyone sort of working together collectively in that first episode. Yeah.
So Justin, unlike before, not only is it a reimagined Ben, but you also have a whole new family that you're working with. So what was it like for you building a rapport with the Sparrow cast members, as you know, after already having the rapport with the Umbrellas?
Yeah, so Steve put us on a training regimen pretty early on, almost as soon as some of them got cast. So we started to create like a little group chat going like, oh my gosh, these workouts are really intense and insane. And so we started to build a rapport and a banter through just being in the trenches together. And then, of course, you know, we got to Zoom a few times, and then we Zoomed even more during the 2-week quarantine that we had in Toronto. And then sort of the first time that we all met in person and came together was one of our first days on set. And I was so grateful that it just seemed to gel and work immediately. And they bring such a new life and energy. And in many ways, it kind of like reminded me of us during the first season, sort of that like joy and excitement. Not that we don't have joy and excitement, but you know what I'm saying.
But let me ask you, was it because you were number, 6 in the first and second season, and now you were number 2 with the Sparrows? Did you feel like a natural leader when you met the Sparrows? Because obviously you had been there for 2 years and it was their first year.
Leader is a strong word. I don't know if I felt like a leader, but I definitely wanted to make them feel as welcome as possible. So if they had any issues or concerns, I was like, please, like, ask me any questions. Obviously, I've been on set for the last couple of seasons. I sort of know how this goes.
Wow, that's great.
Well, that's amazing. I'm on episode 8 right now, so I'm almost caught up, but I can't wait to finish it and spread the word. Thank you all so much for taking the time to chat. I really do appreciate it.
Grant.
Thanks,
you.
Grant.